Jared Crash, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, mate. Now, I just want to mention those people. Can you just, is it only the back of my head you can see there? How's it looking? Not that good, eh? Start there. Alright. Well, I tell you, would it make a difference if I sat in the chair rather than perched? Yeah, really? Okay. Everybody else over here, okay? And cross go. Okay, well look, worry about that later. And I'll just quietly sit on this microphone. I hope it's not on. Because that would be awful if I was suffering a little bit from tummy trouble. Oh, that's very comfortable. Thanks for that. Now you can't see me with the speaker. Still can't see you either. Jared Couch, congratulations on a sensational career, mate. And great
Thanks, mate. It's, like I said, it's very overwhelming to be here. I mean, when I was rapping, Dixie phoned me up during the week saying, he was going to be here. So I thought, me, Mick Leo, probably Tony Ward, a few boys in the bar, just having a few drinks. So to have everyone else here, to share this with is pretty special.
It is special. Your career has been absolutely special. Paul Kelly went down with a knee in, I think it's around about 97 against Port Adelaide, and he ran off the ground. God, I helped you, right? But he wasn't. And that was really your big chance, wasn't it? That was your break. Who did you play to? Because you come from LA. An ex-Nord, or was it one of the ex-Nord players? Just give Kelly a bit of the knees for a week and pitch him off on the road.
Yeah, something like that. Kill and I never got along around the club, so we needed to take him out using the Adelaide Mafia. No, not true. Look, I was someone who dreamt of playing AFL football and tried to do everything I could to do it. Any chance or any sniff I got of playing, I was going to make sure that I did everything right to get out there. Being out there with your mates, I guess the closest thing, I've certainly come to war, but being there, fighting for each other, is certainly something that I love doing for a long time.
Yeah, you came through that era, you're sort of hanging around all of a sudden you got the chance. How many games in a row was it then?
Yeah, 194, I think.
When there time during that period where you thought, I'm not this weekend, please, don't make me do it, don't make me do it. You just willed yourself, haven't you?
No, I hate sitting there watching football. I certainly did when I was playing.
Yeah.
So there was no way I wanted to be sitting in the stands and just watching the boys. I certainly don't think that I'm certainly not a football brain like Mickey O or anyone like that. I just, my best thing was being probably on the field and maybe pestering someone. Sitting in the stands was no fun, so I just wanted to make sure every opportunity I could be out there on the field.
Acker's often in the news, let's talk about him. He almost accused you of being a criminal at one stage. Jared, you really got inside his head, didn't you?
Yeah, obviously. I guess when you were playing, lucky enough to play on some of the greats of our game, and I didn't realise until he came out and said what he did in the press that I did annoy him as much as I did, and then once he said that, I was like, I've got you beat every week they play, so it'd be nice if we play 3 or 4 times a year, but anytime we've got any votes for everything. But it was good fun, good clashes. I love the challenge.
Yeah, and look, I think that day when he slapped you on the arse, he got so frustrated and that was the day that he really did lose it against us. He gave away a couple of 50s, and you must have loved that. You must.
Well, we won the game. That was what we loved the most. I think I kicked 2 on him that day. He gave away the free kick after, then kicked a second, and then kicked a Shawnee Dempster who kicked one from the outside 50. So
that's right.
If all through that era, when I think it was from about 03 to until I retired. The only thing that was satisfying is we won the games. The last thing I wanted to hear, even if he didn't have a touch any part of me, but last thing I wanted to hear is walk off because you'd lost, whether you'd done a good job or not. So it was always enjoyable, and that day up in Brisbane was good because we did win by a good margin.
Oh, it was a lovely day. Everybody had lots of laughs and maybe it is expensive. Jared, you came from Norwood in South Australia? It's Northern.
Yeah.
The Redlegs.
Redlegs.
Yeah. Tell us about your junior footy career. When did you first think, I'm going to have a real crack at this?
I guess my earliest memories of football, and I do tell this story a fair bit, is the backyard with my four brothers. It was always handy if a cousin or a mate came around, 3-on-2. There's probably a fair chance of a fight happening. 3-on-3, there's probably still a fair chance of a fight happening when they're all boys. But growing up in the backyard, decking out the backyard like an AFL ground, we'd find some paint in the shed, put the goal squares up. We'd steal a couple of mum's brooms and.
Seeing your mum Judy down here laughing. Oh God.
There's probably some old footage of it somewhere that we spent hours. We'd have our banners made up, and you dream of being AFL footballers.
Yeah.
6 guys running around the football field, all commentating at one time, selling dummies, kicking goals. So look, from there, that's what I always dreamt of doing. Probably when I played mainly schoolboy football, I went to Ross Trevor College.
Yep.
We probably, after I made the state team in under 17s, I thought, well, actually probably make a quid out of this. So, I'm okay at studying, but I love playing this. So why not do something you're passionate about and put the hard work in and had a reasonable good fun doing it.
Reasonable good fun and a fantastic career. She was your fiancée for years, Rebecca. I've mentioned this on occasion. We had Rebecca at a ladies' lunch some years ago, and 10 years or so then. Married now, family. What's happening in that side of your life?
Yeah, look, I've been very fortunate to Becca and I have been together for a long time. I think it's 14 years, isn't it? We got married about 2 years ago. We're coming up 2 years in November. So, good things come to those who wait.
And you talk about your Rebecca.
Well, I had the good things straight up, so being with Beck for a long time. But look, I've been very fortunate. Beck, her mum, auntie, my mum, my 4 brothers, the dad. Everyone supported me for such a long time. I guess it was a bit of a joke. I did have Beck and mum and auntie, who were Team Crouch, who in 2005 didn't miss a game, travelled everywhere. And I think I ended up playing 220 games, whatever it was. And in terms of live games, I think between the 3 girls might have missed 30 maximum of watching me live. So to have that support, as well as mum down here and dad in Adelaide, was awesome. And as much as you get your support of your teammates, it's certainly nice to have the family who are always there cheering you on.
Absolutely. And in 06, you didn't play in the grand final. We lost by a point, Jared.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, but you could hold that one up. If
I can never get a word in between Mick being Mick and Leo's that mark, I might occasionally remind him of that fact that I'm 1 for 1 in grand finals. So.
Who was there in 06 and who wasn't, and who lost by a point and who didn't?
That's right.
Tell us about 05 for you.
The realisation of a dream. And as I said, that young boy runs onto the MCG. He's got had all the family in the stands. Girlfriend at that time, wife, her family. I think I had a grandma and I think I had 3 or 4 aunties and uncles and 6 or 7 cousins. I don't know how I managed to scrounge enough tickets to get them all in, but somehow I managed to do that. And I did get emotional. It was actually during the warm-up lap, just thinking back to those early childhood days and the support and how much they would have loved to be running out there with me. But deep down they were. Kicking the football, with the brothers in the backyard down the local park is what helped me to be where to get to that day on grand final day. So it was a part of me running out to that ground that day.
Fantastic. That is a great story, and you do wonder what goes through the heads of players as they're just about to run at the grand final. That is sensational stuff. It's
also quite funny if you look at the photo after. That's the warm-up, then you come through, you run through the banner, like we did in the backyard, ran through the banner. Didn't have the brothers holding back that day, but we ran through. Go and sit and have the photo. I am actually the only bloke smiling. I don't know what that is to say. Everyone else has got these serious faces. Sit at the front, this silly little grin on my face. I'm excited about...
I'm just happy to be here.
Happy to be here. Can't wait for this game to unfold. And, I knew weeks ago, I was sitting in church, I knew that we were going to win, so everything was just about going through the process. Jeez,
certainly done our club proud. I mean, think we're all passionate Swans here today, and Jarrod Cratch has been very much part of this remarkably successful era of our club. I mean, I remember at the Hall of Fame, Brownlow medalist Peter Bedford was here today, 97 Brownlow medals, and captain Peter magnificent tribute to the current players in the current team, this team that's been getting us over the line, time and time again, playing grand finals, winning final series, and you, Jarrod Cratch, have been very much part of that, mate. It's been an absolute privilege.
No, thank you. I guess what you take out of it, I know Mick touched on Kirky earlier. For me, Kirky's a great example of our culture and what we were as a group were able to do. There's no doubt in his early days he's a little bit lost. When the end of Rocket's career, Rocket's coaching career at the Swans, Kirky was just about out the door. But because of what we were able to do as players, the culture we put in place, Brett grabbed that and then became the outstanding champion that he was about. So in a lot of ways, seeing these guys come through and then seeing the next era, we know, for the guys that were around there who set up the culture and changed things along with Bruzy, you take great satisfaction in seeing players achieve all they can be by simply giving them a little bit of direction. And Brett for me, and that's what I hold special about him. Awesome, great bloke, awesome player, but to be able to be part of that culture which helped him be the player that he was supposed to be is certainly very special.
Absolutely, fantastic. Life for you at the moment, what's involved? What's involved in a day-to-day?
Day-to-day? Well, Jason Ball's nicknamed me Sir Lunch-a-Lot, so... and it's actually nice to have Mick and Leo here, because I keep ringing them up, at least once a week. What are you boys doing? Free for lunch? Mick's off travelling the world somewhere. Yeah. Leo's responsible for the latest stock market crash with Nixie. So look, it's nice to catch up with him. I do have my own wine label, and I know for the people who are here, who were beginning of the season when I came down to the Swans function there, my wine label, Brothers Parade. It's when you're starting up a small business, you may as well be unemployed because it's tough work, and I've gone from a challenging industry like the AFL into one which is equally or arguably even tougher in the wine industry. But as I said with my football, I want to do something I was passionate about, and I was talking to someone before. I actually didn't start drinking until I was 24. I didn't drink anything. I realised at that stage that having a glass was beneficial once you get a bit of an education, you understand how to work with alcohol. And I'm now got my own wine label, and to have that passion and go forward is pretty good. And I occasionally do a little bit of media up in Sydney, so I apologise for being late, but I was on the Punters Club on Sky Channel, so watching there, all the best tips every week, so jump on board.
Good on you, Jarrod, and of course time comes in two bright colours, red and white, we know that. Good on you, mate, very much involved. Give it up, Jarrod Cratch, great coverage. Very, very much.